Hi, my name is Rachel Douglas, and this is my first picture of my narrative critique part 2. For this first picture, I chose one photographed by Jordan, I hope. This photo captures a girl in an extravagant costume appearing to be putting on makeup in front of a mirror. I think this picture effectively uses elements and principles of design in the composing of the image to help display a theme of popularity, power, and fame. The photographer uses the angles, the lighting, and especially the costume and positioning of the subject to help portray their theme. The lighting is dim and focused on the subject in order to portray a sense of self-worth and vanity. With self-worth and vanity often comes fame and popularity and being obsessed with yourself. I think this image is about a subject who came into fame and popularity and has a very high sense of self-worth. If I could change a couple things about the image, I would change the lighting. Although they do have dim lighting, I would change it so that instead of having a light shining in from the top left corner, which could be distracting and take away from the subject, I would have the mirror that she's looking at and putting on makeup being light up so that the light is showing more on her face and puts a greater emphasis on her power, popularity, and fame. Another thing I would change about the photo is I would change all of the things that I found in the background, like the backpack, the clothes, and the random things that aren't really necessary to the point that the photo is trying to make. I would do this because I think it's very distracting and it takes away from the subject, and then it makes the theme that they're trying to prove less strong. In doing this, once again, it would just put a greater emphasis on the subject, which is the main focus and pretty much the only thing in the photograph that's proving their point. Let's see. Within the composition, I would change the angle, and I would have the person standing directly behind her so that you're able to see the back of her head and then see her face, and also her face in the second mirror. Being able to see her face twice in both mirrors would once again put an emphasis on her vanity and how highly she thinks of herself. I think that something that the photographer did well in this photo was the costume and the makeup that they put on her. The photographer's decision to use a dramatic costume helps the viewers sense that the subject has wealth, and with wealth comes power and control. The reflection in the mirror reflects a sense of self-love, which is correlated with the sense of self-obsession, which is again often linked to fame and popularity. Overall, I think this photographer did a decent job portraying his theme within this photograph, but I think once again by eliminating some of the distractions, fixing the lighting so that it is shining directly on the subject and nowhere else, and possibly changing the angle that the photograph was shot would make the image stronger.